Serial killers love puzzles. It's a documented fact, Kelly.
What's up? I'm Ashley, and I think we all want to know, what is Walter's deal? What he got going on? What is he up to? And does he have any ulterior motives? We're going to do a Walter deep dive and try to figure out all of that. So, first, we'll recap Walter and everything we do know about him and when he first made his appearance in the show. Let's get into Walter Tattersall. In season 2, episode 1, while Misty is on the Citizens Detective website researching Adam Martin, she comes across this account putting the sick in forensics, who's questioning Adam's case. But we don't get to see him, we just have this overlay of his voice. This then triggers Misty because this person is making some good points to the case.
It's always the husband, unless that is, it's the mystery lady friend.
No.
In season 2, episode 2, when Misty makes a post on the site saying that she needs help hacking the cameras at Natalie's motel, putting the sick in forensics says they might have an idea if she stops shitting on his Adam Martin theories. Misty replies with, "Stop sending us on wild goose chases." Then, after leaving her on red, he randomly shows up at her job with this random old lady he called his mom, and we later find out that was a lie. He just found this old lady that was about to get evicted and used her as a ploy just to meet Misty. That's suspicious. Very suspicious. Mind you, she doesn't even know who this man is at this point, showing up at her job, looking at her like that, and we don't either. He claims to not be a fan and that her being a Yellowjacket is the least interesting thing about her.
I don't care that you are a Yellowjacket. It's the least interesting thing about you.
So, what is the most interesting thing about her then? He a liar. Side note, I don't believe Svetlana is random at all. I believe she's going to end up being a significant part. I believe Walter is so deranged, he brought the parent of someone they killed out there, whether it be Edwin, Hannah, Kodiak, or whoever, to Misty's workplace. Is that wild? It might be. Let's just say Hannah was 30 years old when they got rescued in 98. Let's say her mom was 55. That means by the time it's 2021, Hannah's mom could be about 80 years old and Svetlana look about 80. Shortly after that creepy look he gives her, there's a letter with her name on it in the fridge. The letter said they knew that she would figure out how to read the letter because she's smart. Because you have to read the letter with a black light. So extra. The letter continues to say the security camera is just a dummy. It's easy for him to figure out the camera because later we find out he's a hacker. But the letter goes on and says, but he was able to ID a man who's been living at the motel for 3 months, who thinks he's being interrogated by the FBI tomorrow at 1100 hours. Would you like to join? Misty is very strange for accepting this and meeting up with a stranger, but I'm gonna leave her alone because this is about Walter right now. But up to this point, my question is, has he been stalking her? Even though he claims to just admire her work on that Citizens Detective site.
I'm being honest. I jumped at the chance to get out on the field with the incomparable Africa. It is an honor to meet you, Misty Quigley.
How else would he know where she works if he wasn't stalking her? Because how else would he know her name is Misty Quigley? Because on the website, she just goes by African Gray. How does he know how smart she is? And why is he specifically picking Misty? He's done his research. He must know she's the single one and has no real friends. No one really likes her, so she's the easiest target to get close to. Him creeping up on her like this reminds me of the season 3 finale when he was spying on Misty and Thaisa at the diner. Back to the whole IDing a person thing, I think he already knew it was Jeff's best friend, Randy. I think he knew they all went to school together, including Misty going to elementary school with him. This was not a coincidence. Randy was not just a random man to him. He knew who he was. As a matter of fact, Misty never told him where or what motel it was. She just asked for help hacking the camera. He left her on red and never replied, so how did he know where the camera was actually located? Another huge red flag is when he tells Misty he has a boat because you never know when you'll need to leave the country without a passport.
You never know when you might need to leave the country, sans passport.
So he planned on fleeing? After doing what? The questioning Randy thing was for him to find out information as well. Does he want information on Shauna specifically or the Yellowjackets in general? But after questioning Randy and finding out about the purple people, that leads them to taking a road trip to Lottie's compound. Before we get into this road trip, Walter did ask Misty Why does she keep downvoting his Adam Martin post? And she lies to him and tells him it's because she's close to Adam's mom. From the look on Walter's face, he knew she was lying. He's been trying to catch Misty in a lie, and he's been asking her questions to see if she would slip up and tell him the truth. Just like when they played the game Two Truths and a Lie when they were on their way to Lottie's compound. He ends up cheating by giving her three truths and wants her to do the same, give him three truths, and says there's only ever one rule: win. I think he wanted Misty to admit something that he knows is true that she hasn't admitted to him yet, which could be the Adam Martin murder or something just as simple as admitting to him that she was never close to Adam Martin's mother. That's why he tells her in season 2, episode 5, he knows her friendships are complicated than most. Kidnapping, cults, death, Adam Martin. He told her he's done research like any good citizen detective would and found out that Adam's mother been dead. I think he already knew that, especially with how he looked at her when she told him that. I'm pretty sure he's done his research and knew that she was telling him a lie right when she said it. It's also not a coincidence that the day they were at breakfast, it was a Tuesday, and Tuesdays just so happen to be the day that the purple people sell their honey at the farmer's market. We'll get back to why that's not a coincidence later, but also at breakfast, we find out Walter is a multimillionaire. He sued a scaffolding company because one of their bricks fell on his head.
He had to have a metal plate put in his head and settled in court for $6 million.
In season 2, episode 8, after it was announced that they found Adam's body, Walter emails the police saying he has some information that may be relevant to the investigation. He then goes to his closet and he just so happens to have a purple jacket. Where you get that from? Has he been to the compound before? Was he a part of the cult? Or did he do his research and knew that they were walking around in purple outfits? Either way, this just means that he pretended to not know where the compound was this whole time. When he and Misty were driving around looking for it, he was just playing in her face. He already knew where it was and what it was about. He knew he had to get some purple clothes, and I'm pretty sure he knew that Lottie was running the whole thing before Misty found out. And this is what I meant when I said they just so happened to end up at breakfast on a Tuesday, the same day that the cult people sells their honey at the farmer's market. Walter had her on this wild goose chase for what, when he already knew? That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. He said, wild goose chase? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna show you what a wild goose chase really is. Choose your words wisely. After sending that email, he makes his way to the compound. He makes this poisonous hot chocolate and gives it to Kevin, killing him. When did he have time to come up with this plan? Did he always plan to kill Kevin? And when Jeff walks in on him, he says Jeff's name. He goes, Jeff Sadecki? Now, how he know his name? I don't remember not one time Misty talking to him about Jeff.
Jeff Sadecki, I presume?
How does he find it so easy to poison and kill Kevin? Has he done something like this before to someone else? Is he a serial killer? Why set up Kevin to be Adam Martin's killer? And also the killer of Jessica Roberts. Why blackmail Syracusa with all of this? What's his motive? I know he said he was helping Misty in the Yellowjackets, but no. What's really his motive? He don't even know Misty, he just met her. Who would do something like that for someone they just met if they don't have an ulterior motive? He has to want to get Misty and the other Yellowjackets on his side and make them feel like they can trust him. In season 3, him finding out about Natalie's storage unit just don't sit right with me. It's weird, even though he claims to have done some digging to find it. Why he digging for? What makes his brain go, oh, let me look for Natalie's storage unit? He also tells Misty he has the key to the storage unit. Just when and how long has he had this key before Misty even knew about it? This is what he walks in the room and told her. Knowing Natalie for being who Natalie is and her lifelong nomadic tendencies, I'm pretty sure she had a storage unit in the area. I did some digging and here's the key. Someone better go to see if there's anything incriminating in there. And this is his face as he walked out the room. I believe he followed Natalie there before and took out whatever he wanted before he told Misty about it. But why even send Misty there in the first place? My first thought was, oh, maybe he's trying to do something nice for her since she's not going to the funeral. And he knew she would want Natalie's leather jacket that was inside, but nah. My second thought is maybe he wanted Misty's fingerprints inside that storage unit for whatever reason. Him wanting to work together with Shauna to find Lottie's killer is random. I mean, other than the fact Misty won't talk to him, so he can't really work with her, he could see this as an opportunity to get close to Shauna and find out information he's been wanting on her. So after Shauna ghosting him after their little adventure trying to find out Lottie's killer at Lottie's father's house, he texts Misty to ask her what did she say to Shauna because Shauna isn't talking to him anymore. He then gets desperate and starts helping Misty with Lottie's case from afar, having a limo driver drop off Lottie's trash to her. But how did Walter find out Misty's exact location in order to drop off this trash to her? He a creep. I wonder when he took Shauna's hair for that DNA sample if he knew that there really was a chance that it was Callie who killed Lottie, since he's so smart and all, but was still trying to get Shauna to take the fall. And that somehow messed up his plans by Misty finding out it was actually Callie. I don't know. I'm still trying to put the whole DNA thing together because I'm finding it really hard to believe that Walter has no idea what that heart necklace is. He knows way more than he's putting on, and I just feel like there's something more to it. I just can't put my finger on it. Why else would he so easily hand the phone over to Misty knowing what was inside of it? He had to have known what that was. So, some facts we know about Walter. He's a multimillionaire. He won like $6 million in this lawsuit when a brick fell on his head, and that has to be a fact because he says that it's a YouTube video about it. He's a hacker, a good one. He knows how to poison people, and he finds it easy to kill someone. I would say he likes musicals, but I think he's only saying that because he knows Misty likes musicals, so she could feel like they have something in common and to get closer to her. Because at the end of the season 3 finale, that music he was playing was on a whole other level, and we're gonna get into that. But first, just why does Keith Morrison owe him a favor? Keith Morrison is a Dateline journalist who covers true crime cases, major world events, and wrongful convictions, among a lot of other things. But those are the highlights. Has Walter given him a lead in a case before? Is this why he can use his helicopter? Just why does he have a Dateline journalist on speed dial? Is he working with Keith Morrison trying to take down the Yellowjackets? Maybe Walter is also a journalist trying to get the true story on the Yellowjackets. You know, journalists be going through the extreme to get their story. His name probably isn't even Walter Tattersall. If he is a journalist, then it makes sense to why he emailed the police and didn't make it anonymous, since anything online could be tracked back to you, but he doesn't care about that. We have to get into what happens at the end of the season 3, episode 10 finale when Walter pulls up on Misty and Thaisa at the diner, creeping on them. And it's not just the fact that he was spying on them, it's his whole demeanor, his whole outfit. He was wearing all black, which is something we've never seen him wear before. And what really stands out the most is the music. Very opposite of a musical. The song is Raining Blood by Slayer. Raining Blood by Slayer explores the themes of revenge and power from the perspective of a soul trapped in purgatory, awaiting the opportunity to exact revenge on those who wronged them. The lyrics describe a world of destruction and bloodshed, where the protagonist is preparing to rise and reassert their authority. I've always figured he wanted revenge, but for what exactly? And I've been thinking really hard on this. I've had many theories on Walter, from him probably working with Callie, to him knowing or being related to Adam Martin, to Edwin and Hannah being his parents, maybe even knowing Kodiak. But this time, the only thing that I could think of, what if Walter is Cabin Daddy's son? I would have said Javi's friend, but Javi did say she when he was talking to Coach Ben, so that's out the question. Maybe Walter got left behind and now he's mad and wants revenge because they got rescued and he got left behind and have to find his way back home by himself. Because they saw Walter right before they got rescued, but they decided not to help him get out of there. Is that crazy? Maybe, but people be saying some crazy things. Whatever Walter's deal is, it will shock us, shake us to our core. It better. And I do strongly believe the Slayer song is Walter's true self. This is the true Walter. The true Walter loves Slayer. The true Walter is a liar, a researcher, and a hacker. Serial killer, still not out the question. He knew exactly what to say to Misty to earn her trust, and he learned a lot of this through the Citizen's Detective site. Walter has been keeping his enemies close, that enemy being Misty, and by getting close to Misty, makes him closer to the Yellowjackets, which are also his enemies. And they don't even know it. Could Walter be who Jackie was talking about when she told Shauna someone is not trying to kill her for what she did when she was out there, but it's for what she did when she got back? He doesn't like obnoxious musicals singing la la la. Instead, he loves metal singing rah rah rah. He coming for your neck. I'm still confused on why he was so interested in this Adam Martin case, and why did he pick this case specifically? Why did he choose this one to start talking to Misty? Is it because he knew all along Misty had something to do with it? But how did he know? I don't know. Have I figured out Walter? No. I don't know what's going on with Walter Tattersall. Do y'all? I tried to piece it all together and still don't got nothing. But y'all let me know your thoughts on Walter down in the comments so we can talk about it. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.
Maybe I'm just a bored Moriarty looking for his Sherlock.